What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. What is going on in this country? We have a mainstream media that hates the president of our country. And every opportunity they get, they try to scare the American people. They try to mislead the American people. And how do we benefit from that? That's the question. How do we benefit from that? Look, we had, since Donald Trump got in office, we have heard that the sky was falling in every direction you look. We had the whole gas prices, blame Trump, and nationally, of course not in California, but nationally, prices have gone down. We had the eggs. People overlooked the fact that the last administration slaughtered at minimum 1 million chickens, right? So that affects egg production, which drives costs up. They don't like to bring that part up, right? Well, that has gone down. Then we have the whole tariffs thing, right? And the tariffs are going to be horrible for us, and it's the worst thing ever. And look at the deals that this administration has lined up. Look at the thing with China. And at every opportunity, the goalposts move. Here's a different reason why you should hate him. Shh. Man, he came through on that. Okay, well, here's a different reason. I'm 51 years old. I don't remember ever seeing the mainstream media in the United States of America smut up and literally attack a sitting president the way we're seeing with this president. This whole thing, like, there's people literally saying Donald Trump got called on his bluff. China called his bluff. China's winning, this and that. Our stock market is up right now. Crypto is up right now. China's stock market, their economy, their manufacturing is pretty devastated right now. If China was winning, if Trump was so wrong in his tariffs, do you think China would have sat down and said, hey, let's talk about this? Do you think that this agreement that they just did yesterday would have gone through? If China was winning, why would they? They would have brought us to our knees the way the mainstream media wants you to believe they could. But simple math. China was offering us material. China was offering us product. We could get those materials and those products from other countries. What China needed from us for those materials and those products was our money. I talked about this, last week? And I have to talk about it again. How is it that people don't understand we can buy products, the same products that China's making, somewhere else? But China can't get our dollars if we're not spending money with them. People need to get away from mainstream media. Surf the web, surf the internet. Look at other outlets and get a real look at what's going on in China because of these tariffs. People say Trump is killing certain businesses in the United States. And I said it the other night on a live. What happened was American businesses got greedy. Instead of producing here, manufacturing here, making great products here, but having to pay the minimum wage of whatever state they're in, they went to China for cheap labor in order to make more money. In the meanwhile, China was just tariffing us to death. We did not have fair trade with China or damn near anyone else in the world. This should have been done slowly over the last 20 years. Reciprocal tariffs. Let's get on an even playing field. But see, no other president did it. And so this one has to do everything at once. Seems like it's working. So with Trump doing reciprocal tariffs, meaning you're tariffing us, we're going to tariff you. How was he bad? Nobody's going to start a business and not be the same. And I don't want to get into all that because then people get confused, and they shouldn't. But I'm really speaking to those who believe mainstream media. They wanted everything now. The people that hate Donald Trump. Yeah, he said on day one, this and this and that. Well, I think on day one, a lot of people did whatever they could to go against Donald Trump, especially the media in their reporting. Donald Trump has a lot of wins in a short period of time. But you wouldn't know that because it's not being reported. How are we going to be rooting for another nation to succeed? How are people rooting for our country to fail because they hate who the president is? You do realize that if our country fails, your cost of living, your way of living is going to be greatly, severely impacted in a negative way. You get that, right? You understand that this administration isn't going to just give up and say, okay, the guys that lost, come on in here, guys. They're mad at us. Doesn't work that way. And so common sense would be, hey, for those of you that don't like the president, you still should love the country, right? And so you would do the things necessary to be of service because things are getting better. I don't understand how people can overlook what happened the prior 4 years under the last administration. People were complaining about gas and groceries, the cost of living under that former administration. But now, because people hate who's president now, they have selective amnesia. They want to go back to that. Who was president? The last administration, who was president? We know who was allegedly elected. Who was governing the nation? Because it wasn't Biden, and it damn sure wasn't Kamala Harris. How are people okay with that? Do you understand that whoever was running the country, whatever that group is, whoever they are, you embolden them. They want to put another puppet in office. There's a group of people in the world who are not faithful to any nation, not the nation they were born in, and they're from many different nations. They're loyal to each other, and their motivation is power. That's who was in charge in the last administration. We can't afford to have them in charge again. Ask a question. How is it that the mainstream media has picked a side? How is that ethical? How is it good for us? That's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.